Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Fight CPS and Stop Taking Our Children. I'm your host, and my name is Bob Pace, and it's a warm welcome. This is a live stream that's seen around the world, not only in the United States, but every place has got internet. And we do have quite a following of people. I've heard from 24 countries, including the United States and all 50 states. It's over 2,800 people I've talked to about their CPS case. I'm here to help you all. I'm not an attorney, not a lawyer, but I'm a very well educated man, a husband of over 43 years, and have raised 6 children. I also have been working for 61 years. And I have a lot of life skills too that I can help you out with. And CPS is a life skill you should have learned a long time ago, but a lot of people do, including myself. Myself and the 2,800 people have something in common. We were duped by a rogue CPS entity that was so corrupt that they stole our children, trafficked them into foster care, and alienated them from us parents. That's what CPS is. I know it sounds terrible. We do need the child protection system because our children need to be protected from abuse and neglect. They do need to be protected from neglect and abuse. Anyway, I'm on at 7 o'clock every night of the week. And during the daytime, during the weekdays, I'm on at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then on the weekend, I'm on at 8 o'clock in the morning. 1 hour live streams, all these 14 live streams. And I encourage you all to see me as much as you can because your case comes and goes. But I'm here, and I've been doing this now for over 24 months. This marks my 25th month. I started in October 2023, and I've not missed a show yet. Sometimes my shows are later or earlier, depending on my family commitments, but I'll let you know ahead of time. I'll let you know ahead of time. Now, one of the things you can do to interact with this live stream is to text a message to me. But it's very important with the text the message you format it right. So we have no one in the room yet. Hopefully they'll be coming shortly. Hopefully they'll be coming shortly. Oh, we got 3 people come in. Great, great. Well, now that you see my banner up there, you should be able to know how to text a message. All you have to do is state your first name, your city or county, and the state you're from. And if you're from one of those other countries, I have 24 countries, including the United States, put your country. I have had countries like Indonesia and Bangladesh and India. Then up to the Middle East, I've had uh, uh, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Libya. Then over the continent of Africa, I've had Liberia, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and then the provinces of South Africa. Then up to Europe, I have the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, and Wales. And then I've had Denmark and Sweden. Across the pond, North America, I have Canada and its provinces, and the United States and all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. Then south of the border, I have Mexico, and further south in South America, north of Brazil, on the East Coast, Grenada. Then in the South Pacific, I have New Zealand, the land down under Australia, with its states. So we have a well representation of people that are hurting or had a hard time with CPS. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you with your case. I'm here to help you with your case. Now, I've been fighting CPS for 15 years. I had a case, and my case started in 2010. I lost my forever job after working for 45 years. It wasn't my fault, but I succumbed to economic times with the state of California going bankrupt. And the governor at that time was the Terminator, and he thought he'd do some creative financing, so he froze all my contracts with the state of California to do construction and wrote me IOUs. Well, IOUs are hard to pay with bills. So that was a big hurdle for me to suddenly be unemployed and that my money for the contracts that won on public funds could not be started. Meanwhile, we had to let a lot of people go and almost close the company down. Now we have people coming and going, and um I hope that you guys could stay because I have a lot to help you with. But in order to be helped, you have to tell me what kind of help you need. Now, another way to interact is to be on my show as a guest on my live stream. Be a guest, all you had to do is write me an email, bobp@vincentwdavis.com. There's 14 shows to choose from, and it's really quite simple. When I get your email and you say you want to be on Bob's Sunday morning show or Sunday night or Saturday day or night or Friday, Monday, whatever, all you need to know is the evening or morning and what day of the week. If you want to be on every day of the week, you're welcome to it. I can take up 9 of you as a guest, so I really look forward to having you on my shows as a guest. There's simple rules to follow. I'll give your request to my um, show producer Grace, who will send you an email with a link. And you just paste your browser and you're on. If you get knocked off, put it up again. Now, as I say, the rules are simple. We are courteous to one another in here. Even right now, I just don't want nobody there to be discourteous to anybody. There's no profanity that's used in here. Also, we do not use the names of children, judges, or social workers. And again, there's no eating or smoking during the show. So I really hope that a lot of you will become a guest to my show because you can freely talk to me and so forth. I can have 9 of you at one time, 9 of you at one time. Now, lastly, I have my number I can put up. That's my number. You can call me right now. You can call me right now at 626-698-0990. I'd love to hear from you. I love to hear from you. Hmm. Now, we got people coming and going like ping pong balls tonight. Now, the other number you see, the 888-888-6582, is the law offices of Vincent Davis. He's my attorney. And if you want to call in to find out about the live streams or books or guides about how to fight CPS, call in. You'll speak to reception. You speak to reception. Make sure you tell them that Bob Pace sent you. And if you want to set up a time with Vincent Davis, you can do so. He is available. He has a retainer and hourly wage. If it's typically LA County, it's approximately $5,000, and the hourly amount is $500. But it all depends on your case, how long your case has been going on, and um, how complex your case is will determine the price. Now, he will go out of state. He'll go to anywhere in the United States, but there's a fee for additional for airfare and ground transportation, hotel accommodations, and food. Also, he has to pay for a license to practice law in that state. He doesn't keep it all current. It'd be really costly if he did. So when you do talk to reception, make sure you tell them that I sent you. And if you talk to Mr. Davis, make sure you tell him I sent you. Now we have people in the room, and I'm waiting for comments, messages, text some messages, either a comment or a question. There's lots of things I can help you out with. If you want to know what a 388 motion is, or the ICWA, the Indian Child Welfare Act of 1978, or what's a 160 hearing or 180 hearing, what is a termination of parental rights, what is a dependency case. There's so many things, terminology and stuff that I've been talking for 15 years, and lots of people have shared it with me. So you get what you get when you put into the room. The room is only as good as you are, and you can, pretty much talk anything that deals with child protection system. Now, I know it's a hard entity. They're overpowering, and they're a government agency, and it's bad enough as it is. Now, does anyone have a story to tell or to share, or they have a question? Um, I can gladly help you. I've come up with 5 rules that help you with your situation. If I'd followed these 5 rules, I would never have lost my children. It was a tragic loss when I lost my children. Very, 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 very tragic. All these people, I thought, hey, Bartley, you're here. Good evening. Bartley has a very important court date tomorrow. And I really want to pray tonight that you get to talk to the judge. I'm really surprised that your public defender will allow you a chance to talk before the judge. Just be pleasant and don't be impatient and go with the flow and you'll be fine. He needs to see your love for your child. You need to share the pictures that you got your place cluttered free and that you got a beautiful place to have your son with schooling. It's a nice home environment. So you told me the plaintiff's going to talk first, present their case. Then your attorney is going to present his case. And then you're going to chance to talk as a mother. So you can start off by saying that I am a loving mother and I love my son so much that I'll abide by all your directions in court, Your Honor. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do. I'm not guilty. And I want to have my son returned with me. I wouldn't even mention your partner or what he's doing or anything out there. The judge doesn't want to hear about it. The judge doesn't want to hear about it. Bad mouthing your partner is not going to help. You're going to have to ignore him. Well, see, can you call in, Bartley, and we can talk about it on the phone? It's a lot easier if we can talk. Okay, Bartley? Okay, my phone's live, Desiree. Good evening. This is Bob Pace Live. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
This is Barkley in Montana.
Hey, Bartley in Montana. Is that a new number for you?
This is my landline.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have that one. I'm just glad that you did call in. So you have a very important day tomorrow. So what's this hearing called? What's this hearing called?
That's called a status hearing, and then they've also labeled it abuse and neglect. But my public defender submitted it for change in circumstances, like the motion 388.
Well, hold on. Let me slow down. Let me do it. Let me do this. Hold on a second here. So it's called a status hearing.
Yes.
Now, in Montana, a status hearing is a court procedure where the judge, parties involved, including the parents, CPS specialists, and attorneys, and sometimes a neutral facilitator or a CASA volunteer, which they should not be involved. Discuss the current status of a dependency and a neglect case. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an update on child placement, family time visitations, family services and treatment, and conditions for the child's return to home, with the goal of working as a team to establish a shared understanding of the child's best interests and reunification. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yes, it does.
Now, what to expect at a status hearing? There's open discussion. The hearing provides an opportunity for everyone to speak openly about the case and the child's situation. Progress update. Parties will explain the current progress on key issues like child placement, visitation schedule, and participation in treatment services. Condition for return. The family will discuss what specific conditions must be met before the child can return safely home. Teamwork approach. The aim is to establish a mutual understanding and begin working as a team towards the child's best interests. Now, you should use that buzzword, child's best interests, as loud as you can.
I will. I have been too.
Yeah. Now, the key participants are the CPS, the social attorneys, the social workers. Then there's the attorneys, legal for the parents and the state. Then the parents are guardians of the child. If there's a neutral facilitator, which I don't think will be in your case, who facilitates the discussion, but cannot give legal advice. There's a court appointed special advocates called CASA. Volunteers are often involved to represent the child's best interests. But a young child like that at 4 years of age or 5 years of age is really so young. If the child's not in foster care, so the foster parents won't be there. There has to be a mutual understanding where the child's best interests is the important part of this. They need to promote reunification to begin the process of working towards the family reunification. And they need to build trust by encouraging open and honest communication among all participants. Does this help you or hurt you or what? What does this do?
Yeah, no, it's helping me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm going to listen to it later and write down the notes,
Yeah, I know it. I know that. It really
I
is.
just want to know.
It really is a thing you cannot really know how it's going to come. But remember, it's a status conference, and it's where the court's going to review the progress of the child. So
Then we got circumstances have changed because school started and he needs his second surgery.
now, what's the second surgery for?
The broken leg they gave him,
Who gave him a broken leg?
the foster care system.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now, has your court-appointed attorney talked to you about this case at all?
Yeah, this morning. And she said what will happen first is the state will talk, I will talk, and then you cue in when she says something, and then I can speak to the judge. And she said to give a summary, and I'm trying to understand the word summary. I know what it means, but do I start from the beginning of January, or do I just start from
Well, they want to see what progress has been made. You can say that I have uncluttered my home. I've set up a really pardon?
I'm gonna bring the photos that I was gonna say too.
Right. And then I would also say I've set up my home to have a place for homeschooling.
Okay.
And you mentioned he's at a certain age, school is not required the attendance, but you plan to give him homeschooling.
Right. And then how about what should I respond with his medical needs? So so I can heal him. And why he needs to be returned for that reason too.
Help me out again. What do you mean be returned for medical reasons?
That they'll hopefully return him to my care so that way when he has his medical, his surgery, I can help be there with him because he'll be at the house.
Yeah, yeah.
At home.
I hear you. I hear you.
Kelly stopped by tonight for the first time since I broke my foot.
Did you ask how you're doing?
No. He told me that Justin was having a meltdown again, and then he had a headache, and that he wanted
Who
to
is
see me.
Justin?
Oh, sorry, my son.
Oh, okay. Just say your son. Okay.
Yeah.
Your
Right,
son was
sorry.
having a mental breakdown?
Well, he has meltdowns because he needs to. I got an appointment for him to see the ADHD mad autism doctor to help get him some medicine to help him focus and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be able to do that, and when he gets his medicine, I need to be around him to help him, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then the caseworker said, and I just told Kelly what she said, is that Kelly, when he drops him off at school, he goes and sits at the dock that's by the school. And I didn't know why he was doing that until the social worker slipped on Friday and said, when I brought up the word meltdown, and I was going to talk about when he melted down at the state office building, she did. I didn't even get a chance to say that. She goes, I know it's terrible. I have those meltdowns at school, and then I call Kelly, and Kelly's got to come right in and help. This whole time, I never knew that was happening with my son. Why can't I do that? Why is it a secret? You know, I want to nurture and care and love for my son. Because, like, you know, you said, I'm going to say, which is true, I'm a loving, devoted, I want my growing Christian mother.
Okay.
And I have to be in love with my son. Because I am. I'm in love with him.
Right, right.
So I got to hold him again and hug him, and it was all right.
You might want to bring up the last time you're together, your son, how you're able to give him a bath and talk to him, and you had a real good bonding time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's a good thing
I
to
was
bring
gonna,
up, the bonding time.
yeah, yes, absolutely. And then, let's see. So I'm going to get some rest, get up in the morning, and write a summary up. And would that be okay if I write it and I read it to the judge?
That's okay if you want to look at your notes, and you can read it. I know that. Well,
Or notes, yeah.
yeah, that should be okay. The main thing you're going to
And then,
do
like,
is be respectful. Don't feel rushed. Take your time and stress how much you love your son and that you want to do whatever the judge asks you to do. Emphasize that to the
okay.
judge.
Okay, I will. I will. I will.
What other
Yeah.
questions? Think about it. It's a good chance to have a chance to talk to me.
Okay. I'm going to go in person. They're all going to be on Zoom, but
Yeah, that to me is kind of bizarre.
yeah. I talked with my two daughters tonight, being contact with, and Kelly told me that they have missed the last 3 Sundays doing their Zoom visit with my son over the phone, their brother. And one of the reasons they missed the one was because they went to Charlie Kirk's funeral service in Arizona. And then the 2 times after that, they just said they couldn't do it because the previous 2 to 3 times he was a total different person, my son, and now his next surgery coming up here on her, and I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong. I got my house decluttered. That's what it was. And I was working on the LEAP, which is a heating assistance program out here.
Mm-hmm. And how are you going to dress?
I'm gonna wear leggings underneath because it's cold, like stretch pants leggings, and then I have a nice long black skirt that goes all the way to my ankles, and then I was gonna put this black t-shirt underneath, and then I have like this pullover sweater, and it kind of looks like it's been knitted, and then my jacket.
What color is the pullover sweater?
Blue, black.
I was trying to get away from too much black. You say you have a black skirt, a black sweater. What's your jacket? What color your jacket?
The jacket's white.
Okay, I guess the black and white will look very professional.
Well, let me take a photo and send you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
You just want to look professional.
Well, I wouldn't mind. That way you could give me a tip or something if you thought of something.
Well, if it's all black, it can be taken as being morbid.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's all I'm just trying to. Usually, colorful colors are great because they're joyful colors. But in court, they wear a lot of black suits and gray suits stuff. So
maybe I could wear the long black skirt to the ankles with like a real nice sweater with like color, like a gray one, or
that would look nicer. That would look nicer.
Okay.
Yeah, the black skirt sounds fine. Some type of a sweater other than black would be good, looking good. If you're going to wear your white jacket, you need to have that sweater over your skirt to be not conflicting with the white.
Okay. Great.
Does that help? Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to hear when you get done with it. I want you to call me tomorrow night.
Absolutely, I will. The hearing's not till 1 o'clock tomorrow, so
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Okay. Now, you don't necessarily start at the beginning of January. They already know all that. They want to know something that's new and exciting. So you can start in saying right now that you got your home uncluttered and you got a really nice area to teach your son homeschooling. And you had a great time last weekend where you had your son over or whatever you did. You described that. Okay.
Okay. And then anything I should mention about because I said, look, the house was decluttered, my old lady, and she said, well, it's more than that. And then I'd ask her what it is, and she'd lift up her hands and shrug her shoulders, and then she would say, because I guess they did a hair follicle test on my son right then, they didn't tell me till 3 months later, and never have I to this day ever seen the paperwork from the lab when they did a hair follicle on him, and that he came up positive for methamphetamine. And Kelly got on the stand, and he even said twice, "There's no way that little boy had methamphetamines in the system because I don't even use meth." Now I don't know if I told you, but where I lived, I guess there's people here known for meth, and they live in the back. But I don't know, she wants me to just figure out and explain that. And when I found out 3 months later, and then, like I said, to get paperwork, I then proceeded to say, after I learned from your show, why is I can retest it and maybe sent to another lab, and they go, well, it's too late. Well, and I got to thinking, I never said this, but how is that my fault? Because they didn't tell me until 3 months later. To me, it was just a setup, because why can't we do it again? Doesn't the hair follicle go back a long time?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I want to say hello to
And
Chrissy
actually,
Jones, who
okay,
came in the room. Hello, Chrissy Jones. They took my son 2 years ago, and I'd done all that they wanted me to, but they say he is medically fragile, and can they keep him because of that? No, Chrissy. Now, Chrissy, are you a girl or a guy? Chrissy Jones. And also, what part of the world are you from, Chrissy? If you could tell me your city or county and your state, or if you're outside the United States, your country. Because I want to help you. Now, you say something happened 2 years ago. You're a girl. Okay, Chrissy. Mesa, Arizona. Glad to meet you, Chrissy. I see a guy's face on the YouTube. That's why it was. Maricopa County. I know exactly where that is. Okay. So they took away your child that was too medical. How old is your child? See, how old is your child that is so medically fragile? I mean, why would they keep the child?
excuse me, Bob.
Yes, go
Not
ahead.
trying to be rude. I was going to get off here just so I can get some rest and listen to the rest of the show in the room, and then
Okay,
maybe
sure, sure. I didn't
this
mean to
maybe
shortchange you. I just go ahead.
maybe Chrissy might want to call in, maybe.
Yeah, she might. She might.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you, Bartley,
and
and
I
good
will
luck
talk to you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
I'll pray
God
tonight.
bless.
All right. I'll see you,
Thank
Bartley.
you so
Thank you.
much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
That was Bartley from Montana, who has a case tomorrow. She's been on my show for years, and so she's trying to get back her son, and she wants to be very careful what she can do and not do. Hello, Tony the Tiger from Ostenago County in New York. Tony the Tiger is also known as Cassandra, and she has a 14-year-old son that has been wrongly treated, improperly treated in CPS's hands. And they've also been trying to do strange things with Tony the Tiger. And she has to really worry about the safety or well being. But she too has a child that she'd like to get back in her custody. So, what's the latest, Tony the Tiger? And Chrissy, um, you say they placed your they're adopted twins, and they put them in a fictitious kinship. So these were adopted twins that you had in 2018, and they're about what, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. And they put your 2-year-old with them. So why they're so fragile? Is it a medical condition or some other kind of condition? Chrissy, if you want to call in, my number's up there. You can call in. Bartley from Montana got off the phone, so you can call in. My number is 626-698-0990. And I'd love to talk to you. Oh boy, he's got some respiratory diseases. That is tough. That is tough. But they need to return to your. You're the best parent. for those children. Foster care will not be able to set up to take care of them like that. You as a parent should be there with the children because they're special needs children. They need special needs. Good evening. This is Bob Pace on live stream. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
It's Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. Glad you could call in. That's really great of you.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was really live, so I wanted to try it anyway.
Yeah, it is. It is live. I'm live. I'm waving right now. I'm smiling.
Hi.
Hi.
How
Anyway,
are you?
pretty good. Pretty good. I understand that you have twins that you adopted, and I guess they have
Yeah,
a medical
I
respiratory.
actually had 7 kids, okay, and I was in my addiction, and I lost my daughter and my twins. And my mom had one of my kids, and then I gave one up for adoption because I was on fentanyl and meth really bad, and then I became pregnant with my son Dakota, and I decided I needed to get clean. So I ended up getting clean about a month before he was born, and then had him a month later. Well, they ended up putting him with the lady that adopted my twins. And so it's kind of been a battle where DCS wasn't really doing what they were supposed to be doing. They didn't do the home check, like coming out or doing anything with me. And I went from being homeless with nothing to having my own apartment. I'm clean. I'm off MAT medication. I just had another baby in May, and I have him in my custody. So, like, I'm still over 2 years later at a DCS office doing business, and I finally got a new caseworker, but it's just, I feel like they're really slow playing it and not wanting to give him back. But I've literally done everything that they've requested, and I just don't, I'm at a loss on what to do, really.
Yeah. Well, first of all, how many different daddies are there?
Um, my older son has a different dad, but all my other kids have the same dad, the guy that you've seen in the picture. That's the father.
Okay. That dad, how many of your 7 kids does he have?
He actually, me and him were on the street together at the time, and both of us are now clean. We're living together. We're married. We've been married for 10 years, so we kind of went through that struggle together. So basically, we just have our one son in our custody right now.
Okay. And why they did not take your one son?
Because I was clean. They did open a case because I was on medication, medicated assisted treatment, but they found I had quit it like the same month I got pregnant, and it's a long-acting shot, so it's still in my system, and it's actually still in my system over a year later, and I haven't taken it since September of 24. But because that was the only thing, they have no reason to really take them, and I don't understand why I can be okay for one and not the other.
Yeah, that is kind of puzzling here because usually the rule is if you have an open case, you can't have any more children. So if you have an open case and it involves 4 children, you have 7, you weren't supposed to have the other 3.
Well, I don't have the other 3. Technically, it would just be my son that I have in my case now and my 2-year-old.
Okay, when they came knocking at the door, how many kids were taken?
Straight from the hospital, and I didn't have
Oh,
me and my
okay. So
custody when they shouldn't.
you ended up with medical trafficking. That's illegal. And the social workers are
That's
working
what.
now, delivering a baby. They'll actually take the baby still hooked up on the umbilical cord. That's how bad it is. You probably didn't
Yeah.
know this, but
They.
you're not allowed, they're not allowed in the room. You just tell them, hey, look, they're not on my list of people allowed in this room. This is a birthing room. Ask them to leave and the policeman to leave and sit in the lobby and wait there all they want. They need to have a warrant before they take your child. Did they
Yeah. They
show
took them and
did they show you a warrant? Did
they
they show
came.
you a warrant?
They came with a piece of paper. No, they came with a piece of paper from the judge.
Well, what did the
I
piece of
guess,
paper say
and
from the judge? What did it say?
to remove them from my custody.
Well, then that's probably the warrant, right?
Right.
Okay, so they can do that. But the sad part is it should not happen right away. There's bonding that goes on. And it's very
Right.
important for the child being just born that he bonds with his real mom. Now, is that
Yeah.
father involved at all?
Yeah. He goes to visits with me. We get to see him. Not even the standard 4 hour visit. We get to see him for 3 hours because they say that he needs a breathing treatment, which I've already done the training for. So it's really been like disheartening because we're not getting the full bonding that we need to get, but I'm not giving up. I just don't know what literally I need to do to make this case go forward.
Hmm. Have you hired an attorney?
Honestly, I have a public defender, and I've really I thought about firing him a couple different times, but I kind of reached out to his um, his boss, and he seems to be doing better. But I feel if I could just come up with a little bit more money, that where I could get an actual lawyer, I wouldn't be in this mess. But I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, attorneys are expensive. And why you got the
Right.
public defender is you're probably no source for income, correct?
I actually work, but I'm only making $14.70 an hour, which isn't a lot. And my husband is working now too, but with my newborn, he's been sick, so I haven't been able to work as much. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure an at-home position to help
What kind
still
of
have
work
income
do you
coming in
do?
when he's
What
sick.
kind of work do you do?
I drive rental cars back and forth to the different AVIS locations.
Okay.
Yeah,
And let me see here. You're in Arizona, right?
correct.
Right. Now, what upcoming court proceedings are slated for you to go to next? What's the next one?
Then the next one's a report and review, and this past time was a fill-in judge, but she said that DCS needs to make it clear what they're exactly wanting from us because I've been asking the whole time, because they keep saying that I'm not showing, how do they put it, that I need to demonstrate that I'm able to meet his needs. They did a psych eval on me, and they're trying to say that because of I told them I had depression and anxiety before that they don't think that I can meet his needs. Well, I'm doing it for my 4-month-old, so and I'm taking him to the doctors and making sure he's well taken care of. I don't understand how I can do it for one and not the other.
What do you mean do for one?
Like take care of his medical needs and make sure he goes to the doctors and gets his medication and just be a mom.
Well, you should be able to.
Right. But they're blocking me from doing that.
What
I
is
mean,
the reason? What
out
is
of
the
Utah,
reason?
they say that every time I got a new case manager, so I don't know how she is exactly because she's new, but the old one would say it's unknown if I'm able to meet the child's needs. And she's came out and done a home visit one
time in the year and a half that she was on the case, and hasn't, I don't know, just, there's a whole bunch. She didn't do monthly contacts. She lied on the stand, and it was proven. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that just doesn't add up, and I work with a whole bunch of nonprofits, and I do a lot of classes, like parenting classes and stuff on my own. They wanted me to go to counseling through a master's level counseling, and I'm already doing that. And I had to fight to stay where I'm at because they wanted me to go to a doctor's level counseling. And I'm like, well, you guys said a master's level counseling, and I've already been here doing counseling. So finally they gave in on that one. And I don't know, there's a lot to my case where it makes you want to pull your hair out, honestly.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is you can come to this room twice a day and resolve, because I have a lot of people that come back time and time again. Bartley is going to have her court date tomorrow, and she's been talking to me from Montana what to prepare for. Like we discussed what she should wear in court. We discussed the positive things and what she's going to tell the judge. And so I can help you, is what I'm trying to say. It may take a couple of sessions, but I'm on here, you know, and if tonight we don't resolve anything, it's like we got a chance to meet and talk. But I'll be on again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning. That is Tuesday, 10 a.m.
Okay.
And that is Pacific Standard Time. And you're in Arizona, so you're on Mountain Time, right?
Yeah, I'll actually be at my son's surgery in the morning because my 2-year-old's actually having surgery.
Okay.
But what days and times are you actually on?
I'm on every day of the week, 10 o'clock on weekdays and 8 o'clock on the weekends. Those are morning times. And then every night of the week, I'm on at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. in the evenings. And it's 14 live streams a week, 2 times a day.
Well, I really appreciate any help that you're able to give me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for, because I care. This is family here. A lot of the people here have been with me a long time. Montana's been here with me for years. And so I have a lot of people that are on here.
I will definitely be tuning back in.
Good, Chrissy. Good there. Tony the Tiger, who came in early this evening, do you have anything to say? Tony the Tiger has a 14-year-old boy that she's trying to get back, and he's been abused in foster care, and she's in Otsego County, New York. And she says that CPS is really corrupt back there. Really, 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 really corrupt. So we have had lots of people tonight. We had right now we have Chrissy here on the phone, and she definitely has a hard case because it involves 2 of her 7 children, correct?
Actually, no. The 7 children were adopted out, so I can't do anything about that.
Oh.
It involves my 2-year-old.
Now, are they your 8th and 9th child? Are they part of the 7 or what?
They're actually, my 2-year-old is my 6th child, and then I have my 7th child in my custody.
Okay, so your last 2 children. So all total you have 7, but 2 of them are with you.
One's with me and one I'm trying to get back.
Oh, okay. And the one that's trying to get back, what's the problem there?
Well, originally it was because I had used drugs while I was pregnant, but I had gotten clean right before he was born. Then they switched the criteria in the case plan to him being medically fragile and not knowing if I could meet his needs.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't give me the opportunity and let me demonstrate, then you're never going to know if I can meet his needs or not.
Right.
By not letting me, I've been asking for for training on his jiggle vest and his oxygen, just so they see that I'm trained on it. Because he wears a pulse ox throughout the day. You have to spot check it now that he's a little older and running around. But the jiggle vest is to help him with his airway clearance. And he has like third and tracheomalacia and stridor. And they're getting ready to do a triple scope on him tomorrow. So we're trying to get to the bottom of what they're saying, and I don't know. It's a lot, honestly, and I've really utilized AI in trying to understand his medical needs.
That's good. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wanna be a good mom to him, and I want to understand what's going on with him. I've asked the doctors for training, and I hit a roadblock because the doctor says he doesn't train on the jiggle vest or oxygen, and I've been trying to get in-home visitation, and the issue is they don't have medical transport, and they need two people at all times in the car with him. I've even offered for them to get me a taxi, and I'll go pick them up. That way there's two people in the car. So I don't know. I'm playing it year by year, but I'm going to keep advocating for myself and for my son, most definitely.
Yeah. Well, I just looked at our clock, and it's fast approaching 8 o'clock, and my show ends at 8 o'clock. But that doesn't mean it stops with you and me. I hope Chrissy Jones, who's from Arizona, will come back on my show. She has a special needs child, actually, both of them. And she has one that she has and one that she's trying to get back. And the one she's trying to get back is 26 months old, right? Is that the one?
Yep.
Anyway, I'm so glad that she has found us. She's from Mesa, Arizona. And we had Bartley talk for a bit about her case tomorrow. She has an update on her case tomorrow in court. So I want to pray for her and wish her the best, Bartley, there. So Bartley is from Montana, and Chrissy's from Mesa, Arizona. And we also have Tony the Tiger from Otsego County in New York. So we've had quite an interesting group of people. I appreciate everybody being candid. It is hard sometimes to try to figure out how this room can help you, but I do care about you all. I do want to help. So there'll be a short video at the end of my show. I want you all to watch the video as I play there. But please do not stop fighting for your children. Your children are very important. Don't give up. So I'm going to say,
Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate meeting you.
Yeah, I appreciate
you listening to
Yeah, sure. I appreciate too. So thank you all tonight, and God bless you all. See you the next time. And this is Bob Pace signing off. Oh, before I do, I need to put up the Department of Government Efficiency that you can go to at the federal level. It has the web page. It has the phone numbers. The phone numbers do work. They're the White House numbers. And its email is doge@mail.house.gov. So if you can't get any help at the county or at the state, you can go to the federal government for help there. And Tony says, I've seen lots of trends, like facts seems the majority of kids taken as special needs ones. Yes, they get more money for them, Tony. I have a lot of things to get done this week. Love you guys. It's over when we lose. It's over when we quit. We, the people, never quit. We never stop. We always want to keep fighting. So God bless y'all and have a good night. This is Bob Pace signing off.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted, and if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith